Okay, Jokic. There's no limp, like the narrative they're trying to put on this. All right, buffet. What have we got here? Okay, looks like a rice pilaf, maybe a Mediterranean spread, which, Serbian food, as someone who's, this is something I can actually speak to. Nikola Jokic, Serbian. I, ladies and gentlemen, have been to Bosnia and Croatia. That's right. So very similar, although different. Kind of the national food of Bosnia, at least, and I know it's popular in Serbia as well as cevapi. I think I'm forgetting how to pronounce that correctly, but really good bread, kind of like a kaimak, like a butter sour cream spread and some onions and then some bomb sausages, and that's all it is. Like if I was Bosnian, I'd be hit hard with some serious constipation. But it's kind of, all that to be said, it's kind of Mediterranean food, and that's the vibes I'm getting from this buffet here that we see. I think Jokic didn't go back to the locker room to get his ankle evaluated because of trying to insinuate he was fouled on that rebound that the refs didn't call anything. He went back to get a snack. I mean, again, why do you think he has the figure that he does? Lacking some definition on his arms here. So he definitely went back to get a snack. It looks Mediterranean. That's like a chicken kind of thing there. Rice pilaf, some green beans, some other, okay, that looks like a red meat down there in the corner. Is this a salad that we get? Yeah, salad at the very end. Vinaigrette, good choice. Now, what is this? Is this maybe like an eggplant parm here or something? Because I'm getting eggplant vibes there. There's cheese. Not quite sure what that is. This is throwing me for a loop, but is this... Could be okay, there's something else. You guys see this? Ooh, look, what's Jokic doing? He is eyeing that buffet. Look at this. Why is he wiping his mouth, huh? If he got evaluated, huh? Ooh, look at this guy, just probably dove head first into the buffet. Wipe. And here they are playing it. I bet if I go, I'm at the 36-minute mark. I bet if I go to the audio, they're going to be talking, wow, Jokic is doing all of this on a hurt ankle. When, ladies and gentlemen, we have the photos of Jimmy Butler's ankle. We know the ankle that he's doing this on. And look at the narrative they're spreading. What's this? What's this in the bottom corner? One lone A cup. But look at the side eye Jokic is giving this. He definitely went back to get, I think they cut away right here because look, this hand right here. What's this hand doing? This hand is reaching. It's clearly reaching out. Probably just going to take this salad dressing and down it. I imagine that's why the guy doesn't get tired, because right now he's getting, I bet every quarter he puts calories in, right? This guy probably burns a ton of calories in, calories out. Calories in, calories out, right? So, you know what? Let's just pull this up right here. Speed this. Let's see, 36-minute mark here. There we go. Let's see what they're saying here, folks. Yep, their right ankle. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I bet you will let us know. 42 minutes a game, huh? Yeah, so he's on the bench. The Zeller minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, foot see, there it is, narrative spinning. Jokic had his foot retaped. No, dude, just refueled with some Mediterranean Serbian fare there. Although this is not good. Jokic is on the bench again. Oh yeah, he's icing it. You know what's in there, guys? Some cevapi, some wrapped up sausage is down in there. And when the camera's off, I'm like, Jokic, you're clear. Boom. Dude's just stuffing pita and meat. Okay. You know what? That was a really suspicious roll off the rim. Jeremy Taché, if you're out there, you need to check if the NBA greased those rims, okay? Because that slipped off real easy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we check those rims if there's some Vaseline on them. Do you think this is going to grow our audience or shrink it? Huh? What do you guys think? Leave a 5-star review if this episode turned you on or turned you off to the Fan Le Batard Show podcast. Duncan. clean look by Duncan Robinson. Wait, did I miss 2 points by Denver? I thought it was two. Okay, I don't know. I guess I missed 2 points, or did they just add 2 points? Did they add 2 points without just, is it that blatant? Thought it was 28-28. Travel. Thank you. Sorry. Now, do we need to do this anymore? No. So we're calling it. It is blatant. It's 30-30 right now. Game is tight, but Jokic should be in foul trouble. They're already spinning this narrative he's hurt when we all know he's going to get food from the buffet. Watch it. You guys can all go to ESPN3. This game's on demand. I don't even know why I screen record it. I could just be watching it on demand on ESPN3. But I screen record these things because I'm the fastest growing fan YouTube channel for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast. Fastest growing on YouTube. So you're going to want to subscribe and all that. All right, folks. All right, we're back. It's a podcast, but literally the second after I go and quit watching, the shenanigans begin, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Lowry gets fouled by Jokic. What do the announcers say? That play is challengeable. As if to say Jokic doesn't foul, bro. Only one foul? That would be his fifth if they were calling the game how they're supposed to. Then all these crazy shenanigans. Michael Porter Jr. Oh, he's supposed to get an and one. How about he traveled? Aaron Gordon then gets an and one. How about he traveled too? All Gabe Vincent is doing is trying to get out of the way. And Aaron Gordon just barrels into him. And again, he travels too. You see when he's taking his last step that he can take, both of his feet come down on the floor. Now what? That's a travel, ladies and gentlemen, before the foul. Again, just garbage. It's atrocious. But anyway, I digress. Maybe I'll jump in and see what happened. Congrats. Shout out to Mike Ryan being right on Messi, eh? Guess what? This wasn't supposed to be our episode. I recorded an episode the other day, 30 minutes something long, 13 minutes of it just reading haters on the Mike Ryan Ruiz with some music. And then I go to edit it, put it all together. And what do I realize? I never turned on my microphone. So lost to the abyss. And I didn't feel like sitting down replicating it. So what did I do? I just stayed up and turned all of that into a short little video that apparently I couldn't do on Instagram because of copyright or whatever, even though I got in the Hall of the Mountain King, which is supposed to be copyright free, but I understand if an artist does it later, like they get copyright on whatever version. But I got it from someone saying this version is copyright free. Just do this and this. And I did that, and Instagram still takes it down or whatever. But Twitter ain't got that. Wild Wild West out there. So you can see that on Twitter at ShaveStop. You can check out that little video. I enjoyed it. A lot of fun making it. See all the haters get their comeuppance. And again, Mike Ryan Ruiz is right. These boys out here doing the Heat dirty. We'll see. I'll probably have to figure out who won and do a closing little cap off at the end of this. But what else did I do in that episode? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got a breakthrough on who stole the fine bucket. Got a source who's on the show. I don't reveal my sources, but had a quick little convo with a source on the show. Revealed to me, everyone on the show suspects someone behind the scenes. So now, got it narrowed down. It's not a main cast character, but if I run into him, I'm going to grill him just to do my due diligence and keep it fair. But everyone supposedly suspects a behind-the-scenes person on the show. big revelation there. I might have to do some research. Mike Jones is someone that's been mentioned, no longer a part of the show. A little suspicious there. I might have to try to track him down, but a behind the scenes person. So we're narrowing the field down. We're gonna figure this out and save Meadowlark before this person takes it down by taking all their money. Dan doesn't need this stress. Dan, I see you, bro. I know you're stressed. You got everything's family to you. You don't say it, but I know this is weighing on you. If you were to come on the show and talk about your feelings, I would just hammer you with questions about, in your darkest moment, what were you thinking when someone who's a part of your show family stole hundreds of dollars from the fine bucket, which is sacred. So I know it's weighing on you. I got you, dog. I'm going to solve this from across the country. No big deal. What else did I talk about in that episode? There was some other things, but honestly, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I do remember now. I talked about how, you guys, big relief for me, Game 3, Florida Panthers. I was coming already set yesterday to record how I am to blame for the Florida Panthers and their lack of success. Because honestly, one of my favorite things that I enjoy that the Le Batard Show talks about is hockey. Because I don't follow it, and whenever they talk about it, it's at least talked about and done in a way that's funny, creative, and interesting. So I wish, honestly, they would do more hockey talk, even though I'm not a big hockey fan and don't follow it. But having watched it, would like to get more into it. But I felt like I was maybe to blame for the Panthers. Show talks about it. I've become a fan of the Panthers. If I watch hockey, it's Florida Panthers that I'm watching. So over the last couple of years, I've been following them. You know, what do? Follow them throughout the season a little bit, check them in, get notifications on the ESPN app. 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, when they lose to Tampa Bay in 6, boy, when do I start watching? Games 5 and 6. Those are the games I watch. Things do not go well. Next season, watch them here and there, keep up. Don't start watching, though, until they make it to the Tampa Bay series. Didn't really watch the first series against blanking on it. I know it's what's his face plays for, the former Stanley Cup champions. I keep wanting to say Ottawa Senators, but no, I think it's like the DC Capitals or something like that. But they got out of that round. I didn't really watch that one, and they did good. And then again, I started watching abysmal against Tampa Bay. Abysmal, swept. Then again this season, don't really start watching. I'm just following them in the app for Bruins, Maple Leafs, and Canes. Didn't really sit down and watch any of those games in their entirety. Just followed them in the app, and for a lot of them, didn't even have the ability to watch it. Stanley Cup comes around, I get a TV package so I can make sure I can see everything. And I go in person to game 1, right? I feel great first 2 periods. I'm like, hey, I'm not the jinx on this team, right? First 2 periods feels great. Their scoring is 2-2, feels like anybody's game. Then third period rolls around. Oh, yikes. 3-0. Game 1 goes. But hey, you leave that feeling okay, because it was a close game, and you're like, one bad period, whatever. Next game comes around. I got all this game 1 content that I didn't get as much use out of because I'm on vacation. I didn't want to stay up late. I was going to do like this fake analysis. I don't know, but didn't do it. Didn't use it. Game 2 comes around. I got to do something. So what do? I pull up a video of a great Bob save and put it on YouTube, put it on Instagram with me going, "Attaboy, Bobby," and I yelled that out a lot. I put it on YouTube as great save by Bobrovsky, because I know games going on, it's going to get put in the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to get views, hopefully get some subscribers. What happens? Bob is abysmal. 4 goals allowed on 13 shots. And I'm going, did I jinx him? And oh no, I start watching the Panthers again. They do terrible. Sit down, watch game 3. Abysmal. They get that first goal. Folks, I didn't even see it. I got to the game late. That goal already happened before I could start watching. Kids, could not. I'm West Coast. I can't put the kids to bed when these games start. 5 o'clock, not an option. So get to that game late, miss the goal, start watching, see the equalizer, see the 2. Feels rough. Feels again like the Tampa Bay series. Like It's about to be game over. And then Matthew Tkachuk rises from the ashes, knocks one in, 2 minutes left, despite some Vegas tanking down, drawing a penalty, kill the power play, and ladies and gentlemen, start a dialogue. Carter Verhage, something like that. Swaggy calls game in OT. Another overtime winner for Swaggy. And the Florida Panthers 2-1. And now, I got a conundrum. Should I watch Game 4? Should I? Because I don't know if I'm a good thing for the Florida Panthers, and I really want them to win. But anyway, that was one other thing I covered on the show. And you know what? I think that's going to do it for us. Maybe I'm going to add a nice little tag on to hear about any final thoughts of this Heat Finals game. I'm currently at 38-34 after some mad shenanigans. Like, really, the officiating is awful. But Miami maybe needs to be a little bit more aggressive and get some foul calls. We'll see what happens. So the Heat lose, go down 3-1. Not a good second half. Honestly, the officiating was okay in the second half. That second quarter, big time shenanigans. I'm calling for the NBA to actually investigate Nikola Jokic's shoes, because the whole twisted ankle narrative, like, dude had to go back to the locker room, which, by the way, but got two theories there. Buffet, number one, for why he went back. We all saw the food. We saw the side eye he gave. Check it out on YouTube for the podcast people. Buffet. Number two, there's something weird going on with Nikola Jokic's shoes. Look it up. Nobody kicks the ball that much. Nobody. And if he really needed to go back to the locker room to get it taped up again, how much tape is he using? Is he wearing a shoe that's like 3 sizes too big so he can be better at kicking balls, and he's got to just load his feet up with extra tape and maybe stuff some socks in there to actually fit these shoes? And we all buy it because he's huge and a giant, so why wouldn't he have huge shoes? So something weird is going on if he actually did need to go back to get his feet adjusted. Possibly even, does he have some sort of go-go gadget extender in his shoes that allows his shoes to extend, and perhaps a malfunction was caused? Like maybe he presses a little bit harder, like on his heel, and that causes it to pop out a little bit, and then he kicks it out, right? That's a possibility there. NBA, investigate Nikola Jokic's shoes. Something suspicious is going on there. And apparently, I checked out Mike's Twitter. Seems like he's abandoned the whole rig theory. He's giving the Nuggets their flowers. Perhaps he's putting on a jinx. But Mike, if you hear me, bro, Nikola Jokic, he should have been fouled out in that game. A lot of missed foul calls in that first quarter and that first half. He gets to 5. Heat don't, again, extend. I agree with Mike. Bam. So disappointing out of Bam. Just like finish and be strong. But also, Jimmy, take over. He actually had a good, it was his best shooting night, but just not the volume. He's got to take over and do it more. They need him to go off, and sadly, it's probably too little too late. 3-1. This Heat team, I don't think they're good. I mean, they missed Tyler Hero. Strus, one decent game. That's the game they win. Strus has been awful. Gabe Vincent, awful game out of Gabe Vincent. Both guys terrible. You really wish, hey, does Tyler Hero come back in Game 5? Like, what are we waiting for there? It's 3-1. No one's, if you go down now, like, get him out there, get him some minutes. Start Duncan Robinson. The guy's been a spark plug every single game. Sit Strus out. Let Strus do the Duncan role. But here's something that, again, shows me that this game is rigged. Last thing here, folks. You can't hang on the rim, dog. They call Bam for that in goaltending, sure, and that rim gets messed up. And then no one talks about this. I guess old rim adjuster Nikola Jokic thinks he can walk on over and like, oh, the rim, it's crooked. Like, I think I'll just come and grab it on the other side and I'll just hang on the other team's rim for a really long time. I'm going to, what? You're going to adjust it? Like, really? That's how you adjust NBA rims? Like, get out of here. Nobody talks about that. Like, one, that should be a technical. You can't just go and walk over to the other team's rim and hang on it and nothing be called. That's a tech. So that's a point right there for the Heat. You just can't do that. And then furthermore, it's messing up a rim we're already questioning its rim. You know, they focus in on the camera. You see that they're doing the little adjustment. It's all wobbly. We don't ever see that they get that thing perfectly level. And even if they do get it level, you want to tell me that rim has the same amount of give after one of the largest human beings in the world just hangs on it for several seconds? And again, nothing happens. It's like, ooh, like, look at this. Like, stay away from the other team's rim. And the NBA just allowed it. And nothing happens. Like, honestly, they need to throw this game out. The Heat shot, by my estimate, 45% after that rim adjustment. I mean, if they go 50%, 55%, game's a lot closer towards the end down the line there. And are you going to tell me that percentage is not affected by one of the world's largest human beings just straight up hanging on a rim that's already off? And we're just going to keep playing the game? That rim should have been completely replaced. They should have put an end to the game right then and there, but they still played it. Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, the Miami Heat, they need to protest this game. We need to start it over from the 2-minute mark. We need to start it with a tech and then Heat ball, right? That's the only thing that's right. Heat ball, 2 minutes left in the third quarter, technical foul, run it back, new rim, new hoop. It's absurd that they still played that game after the damage that was done to the rim. Like, real hoopers know. Those springs are all stretched out. The rims have give. And sure, maybe they did get it level again. But you're going to tell me that rim and the springs and all that action after all that hanging and bending that we see, that rim had the same give, and the players, it's like, just go out there and shoot at it again. Meanwhile, the Nuggets rim is unchanged, unaffected. Rigged. Do you need to see anything else that game was allowed to continue and that Nikola Jokic does not pick up a tech for just hanging on the rim? Totally rigged. And that's going to do it for me. I'm done. I don't even know if I can watch the NBA. Give me more time to follow the Panthers. Go Cats.